Greetings and welcome to In-Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. The Calypso unit show, Three Kings and a Queen, is on, and we're going to be speaking to one of those kings, getting an idea about the show, why it is happening, and where it is happening, in addition to other things. We now speak with Hamidullah Wahid.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. I'm going all right.
Very glad to have this conversation with you. And yes, so we know it's three kings and a queen. So let's get that out of the way. Who are the kings? Who's the queen?
Well, the kings is Raskamanda, Kinte, and Hamidullah. And the queen is the marvelous and wonderful Lady Adana.
And with a show like that, because that's a powerful lineup. But why the decision to have an event like this?
Well, you know, the thing about this Calypso, you're hearing all about Calypso dying and Calypso that, and it's seasonal. We making this statement that Calypso is seasonal. Calypso is anytime and all time. And also what we try to do is to put value to ourselves. We put ourselves in concert because we believe in what we're doing. So we value ourselves for that. Yeah.
And I smile because there's the thing that some people say, well, if you were organizing for yourself, why somebody must organize for you?
And that's the gospel. If you invest in yourself, why should I invest in you? So that's the statement we're making. We trust what we're doing and we invest in ourselves. Yeah. Also, what has happened to it is also the opportunity whereby you can get what you call a preview into the extent of our repertoire, the variations of songs, because the concert is set in such a way that it's actually every artist, when they come on stage, in a concert in themselves. We're doing about 4 songs a piece. Different, varieties and modes and that kind of thing, which is what is hardly happen when you get onto a program and the promoters give just 1 or 2 songs to sing. In this case, you have a whole space for yourself. Yeah?
It's almost as though you're saying you have a set.
Yes, yeah, yes, it is. It is. When it's your set, that time is you in concert.
And one of the things I ask about sometimes is that move from south to tongue. Because sometimes people say, yes, say nothing if you're reaching tongue. And you're one of those who has performed in tongue. Do you find there's a difference in feeling and energy when you're performing in the Southland versus when you're performing closer to Port of Spain?
Well, let me answer you this way. There's something about this southern hospitality that I cannot deny. Honestly speaking, I find, well, I born Port of Spain. I born in Belgian Street. I'm from Port of Spain. But I find Port of Spain is a very aggressive environment, pardon the expression. But I find in South there's more kind of cordial and more communal, and there's more that willingness to share and to love. Is to me, I might be biased in saying that, but and that's the part of the reason why the show is in South right now, because the show before, we do 3 shows before this one, and we were doing in Cafe Blues. And then the South people started complaining to us, hey, why don't you go into all the. And then it dawned on myself and Raskaman that, hey, them people treat you real nice in South. And while Port of Spain might be Hollywood, it's only fair that we go to the roots and offer them some of what we have been offering in Port of Spain. Yeah.
So we could get a little peek into the lineup, because I wonder whether or not Sycophant going to be one of them. But what are some of these songs that we're looking forward to?
No, well, actually, as I tell you before, right? The whole design with sets, but the sets now is varying in terms of social commentary, right? A little humor, of course, you got a little party and a little political. In my case, I do in the humorous aspect. Right? The rest is divided between Lady Adana, who has a lot of spiritually sung in kind of uplifting conscious music, you understand? And Kinti and Raskamanda, they would come like little vintage and that kind of thing. So in my case, I would do a song like, well, it has some song that choose yourself with me. I try my best to get it from a certain song. 2 songs in particular. One, Stick and Matches and Your Caroline. Songs I thought by now I'd stop singing. But every time I appear on a post anywhere, people would walk up to me and say, Hammy, you're singing we song? What is we song? One, Stick and Matches and Your Caroline. And the point I'm making is, well, I'm glad for that because an artist, I think it's a nice feeling to know that people identify with your work. We love that. But at the same time, too, I have other songs that I feel that probably just as good as want to get some attention. And that's the only so unfortunate part about it. So that to answer you, once they come and say, okay, I'll definitely go be on the cards. And I play now with Table Manners, which is a song I do this year, and a song called Suktan and Sukai. That is my set.
And even like putting a set together and deciding, okay, well, I want to use from this aspect of my repertoire because songs and songs and songs, and saying, okay, well, the people wouldn't let me get away if I do sing this one. What was that process like in terms of even not outside of the people who you expect to be coming, but just the conversation between yourself, Lady Adana, Ras Commander, Kinte? What was that like saying, okay, well, I feel you should do them this one, Hami? Or you're telling Kinte, I feel you should bring back this one, Or Ras Commander, what do people go say if you don't say that? Because according to Ras Commander himself, yeah, boy, I noticed that.
Yeah.
So what was that conversation like putting it together?
Well, I will tell you this. I put all them on the spot. I walked to Ras Commander and say, see you, I want to hear first time from you. You singing first time. I dictate that piece. And I tell Lady Adana, I want to hear Badang Bang. You know, she have a song, that beautiful song where she's talking about the African chant and she music. She come to create a space. Nice, nice song. I say, I want that. And Kinte, I let him know in not certain terms. When you get the brother, you go give me one in my show. So that is the extent of, well, and they didn't respond. So virtually they were knocked out then. That was, that was the end of that.
Is the silence is compliance?
That's right. That's right. Mhm.
So and sometimes it feels a little weird hearing about shows like this because yes, we know that there has been a resurgence, especially like Wednesday for Cafe Blue, but
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
necessarily hear of shows like this as much in South. I don't know if it's because it's not happening or just we don't know about it. But what has the even like getting ready for it been like in terms of who it is, who's the band, who are some of those people you're
Yeah.
looking forward to? Because sometimes there are people in the band that just uh as famous as the people who
Mhm.
actually have the mic in their hand.
Oh yes, oh yes. Michelle Henry is the band is Michelle Henry, the Kaiso Anchor band, and Michelle is famous as an artist and as a musician too. She had in the band, and you know we can't leave out more of the better MCs wherever you find them. Damian Venable, I mean, come on. So that's the extent of the supporting cast. Of course, you have a chorus group. The chorus group come out of Kaiso Showcase and these wonderful ladies. Yeah.
And we spoke about the name of the show. When is it? And actually
The-
talk about the location a little bit and the importance or the
oh yes, oh
significance
yes.
of that location.
Certainly. The show is on the 24th, Pleasantville Community Center, right? We must also want to put inside the day that in terms of the ambience and decor, you can't complain. The security, secure parking, yeah, yeah, you could park and close your vehicle safe. And we're saying also that the ticket is 150. Right? You buy it now. But if you wait till you by the door, you have to pay 200. But all for now, block me on the car park and you get at 150. But once you reach by the door, you have to pay 200. Yeah? Because that's a decade, that's how your life is. Sometimes we go to locations and things. The drink we pass by the corner, like a bottle of water, that might cost $5. When we go up in the head, it might cost you 25. If you
Oh,
understand the point I'm making.
but you're paying for AC, you're paying for ambience,
Right,
you're paying
right,
for
right.
elevator ride upstairs,
That's right.
parking, all these
That's
sorts of
right.
things.
And in this case, we pride our cast as having a song program to offer, full entertainment, authentic ISO, and why we trying to attract you in terms of give you what we call that a early bird price. The value of the show, we're not underestimating at all at all. So it's why we can say boldly, if you don't grab it now, when you come by the door, you won't pay 200.
Answer the person who say Kaiso is only for certain seasons. So even leading up to carnival season and also you getting a resurgence. So we go hear some more thing in October. Answer that person.
It, say that again. I'm trying to grasp the question.
Some people might just want to have Calypso kind of featuring during the carnival season, and then in
Yeah.
October during Calypso History Month. With
Uh,
the work that you all are doing right now, answer the person who say, well, Calypso is only for them time.
no, well, that's where we answer is responding with the show. That to show people that Kaiso is not seasonal. Kaiso could be anytime. Kaiso is no. What is missing is your genuine support to ensure that we could continue doing what we're doing. Because everything about cost and thing, and it didn't happen just so. Understand? But once you want it and you support it, we are ready to offer it.
And I think
Yeah.
that's and that's the best way to bring the curtains down on the conversation. We want to thank you very much, Hamidullah Wahid.
Yeah,
And looking at the fact that you have three kings, one queen, and it is on the
yeah, yeah,
24th of the month at Pleasantville Community Center, you
yeah,
said?
yeah, yeah. And tickets could be had at Sion's Bar, Athlete by the Bar, and at Hamidullah Wahid 7602882. And you can't go wrong.
And with that, we want to thank you. And on behalf of the entire TTT team, this has been In Depth with me, Dike Rostant. Thank you so much for joining us.